What is going on, everyone? Let's talk about Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the city that helped my channel get traction. I really wasn't growing much until I made a video called Top 10 Reasons Not to Move to Las Vegas, and it blew up. At the time, I was lucky if I was getting 10,000 views a day across my whole channel. When that video took off, I was seeing like 20, 30,000 a day from that video alone. These days, it serves as a place for locals to get some of their anger out. If you ever want to have a good time, read some of the people losing their minds in the comment section of that video. It's great. The best part of the video is the way it came about. Now, I've told this story before, so I'll make it brief. I made that video for a friend that was moving to Vegas. It was only meant to be a Facebook thing between friends. Then I didn't have an upload ready for that week for YouTube, so I just posted it. I didn't think anyone would ever really see it. I did hardly any research. It was just stereotypical jokes and stuff like that about Vegas. Here we are 3 years later making a Strange Things About Vegas video. Here's the disclaimer. Some of you have heard some of these before, especially if you're from Vegas or living in Vegas currently. The thing is, I didn't make this video with you specifically in mind. Most people don't know these things, so stop typing. That being said, why don't we get this freak show going and watch my top 10 strangest things about Las Vegas. Number 10. Subterranean urban campers. Buried beneath the Las Vegas Strip is a semi-secret city with hundreds of full-time inhabitants. I've actually heard it's thousands. This population of underground dwellers occupies around 200 miles of storm drains beneath the Las Vegas Strip for the most part. This is the other side of the septic tank of Vegas you won't find on maps. Those card-slapping dudes aren't handing out ads for this place. They aren't just your standard homeless people looking for a place to bed down for the night. They live down there. They have beds, bookshelves, recliners. It's a village of despair underground. The good news is they don't have rent or mortgage, no place to park their car, so they don't need a car or car insurance or any of that stuff. They do have one problem most of us don't. They need a lot of cinder blocks and those plastic milk crates. Water always seems to be trickling through this area and all your stuff will get wet, so you gotta keep it lifted. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to live there. Number 9. Before the casinos. Before Las Vegas was Sin City, it was a place to watch atomic bomb tests in the desert. They actually made an effort to market it this way. It was like atomic tourism. Sounds crazy now that we know what we know about, the effects of atomic radiation and all that other stuff. But anyway, over 10,000 people have successfully sued the US government to receive compensation for fallout-related illnesses. There was a movie being filmed in the Nevada desert during this time. John Wayne, Susan Hayward, and 90 other people developed cancer after filming The Conqueror near atomic test sites. Number 8. Mississippi of the West. Not a pleasant little bit of history, but Las Vegas had its own little Jim Crow thing going on back in the 1950s. You may have heard of the Jim Crow laws. They were local and state laws in the southern states of America that enforced racial segregation following the Reconstruction era in the late 19th century. They were passed by white legislatures and continued to be enforced till about 1965. They were associated with the state of Mississippi most of the time. In the late 1950s, Las Vegas was rather shamefully known as the Mississippi of the West due to its own harsh segregation laws. Gamblers complained about racially mixed casinos, so some laws were passed and forced the African American population of Las Vegas to live in the west side of town. Dirt roads and rundown gambling places far removed from the glitz of downtown. Obviously, a lot of things have changed. It's just a portion of Las Vegas history that I'm sure they wish never happened. Number 7. The suicide rate. On the outside, Las Vegas looks like everyone is having a good time. That happens when you're drunk and on vacation. It's a place where people cut loose and enjoy themselves. People play games, they relax around a swimming pool, get on roller coasters, they pull handles on flashing machines that sometimes give you money, and they drink their fill. It may surprise you that Sin City has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States. Las Vegas is about 3 times higher than the national average. That's according to a study done by the University of Nevada. Researchers said that those who visit Las Vegas are twice as likely to commit suicide than if they just would have stayed at home and watched Jeopardy. Some hotels actually have specialized cleaning crews to take care of this problem. That's pleasant. Number 6. Pawn shops. Everyone's seen the TV show Pawn Stars. It's based in Las Vegas. If you assume they have a buttload of pawn shops in Las Vegas, you'd be wrong. As of 2018, there's only 22 in the city of Las Vegas. You can understand why most people would assume that they have a whole bunch. Gambling isn't a smart move for a lot of people. A weekend of gambling has gone wrong far too many times to count. Sometimes you gotta sell all your shit. But it is a little odd to only have 22 in Las Vegas. The whole state of Nevada has just around 100. For comparison, Florida has over 1,000, Texas has 960, and Georgia brings in third with 654. Number 5, you could do some weird stuff. You can do some really weird stuff in Las Vegas. Drive a race car, shoot a machine gun out of a helicopter, shoot a machine gun while you're standing in the desert, launch a live grenade, bet on anything you want, drink as much as you want, go to the Mob Museum, go to the Atomic Testing Museum, and you could even hunt girls in bikinis with paintball guns. Or at least you used to be able to. I saw a thing on it, and I'm not sure how that would fly these days with the whole Me Too movement and all that. I know some guys that went and paid money to do this around 2005, 2006. I don't really hang out with them anymore. And just give you an idea what idiots they are, that was one of the least offensive things they've done. Number 4, the Heart Attack Grill. Yes, the Heart Attack Grill. And there is a chance you'll have one if you eat here on a regular basis. Over the last 30 years or so, American restaurants have been moving towards a healthier menu. The Heart Attack Grill has been moving in the other direction. French fries here are cooked in lard, they have milkshakes, they have hamburgers with names like the triple bypass, quadruple bypass, and the quintuple bypass, with 3, 4, 5, or even 8 all beef patties. If you top 350 pounds, you eat for free. Oh my God. I hope my cousin's ex-wife doesn't get wind of that. To make things even unhealthier, they have karaoke. Number 3, no FedEx without Las Vegas. Frederick W. Smith is Federal Express's founder. While at Yale, he did a paper on what would become the concept of his company. Smith envisioned a company that could supply overnight deliveries from start to finish with its own depots, airplanes, posting stations, and delivery vans. He got a C on the paper. The professor noted that, although the concept is interesting and well-formed, it is simply unfeasible. In other words, the guy who pretty much created overnight delivery was told by his professor it would never work. It has. I just got a contract last week that was FedExed overnight. I think noon or 1 in San Antonio. They sent it out. It was at my house by noon the next day in Oregon. The thing is, if it wasn't for Vegas, I still might be waiting. Frederick W. Smith went to Vegas with $5,000 in the early days. The company was struggling, so they were running out of money. He took $5,000, went to Vegas, and turned it into $32,000, which he needed to keep the company afloat until he got about $11 million in funding from investors. And now we have Federal Express because of Vegas. Number 2, marriage and divorce. Now, we've all seen those movies where people get married by an Elvis impersonator after a night of drinking, then spend the rest of the movie trying to get out of the marriage. Well, you'd be shocked how often this really plays out. Las Vegas has both the highest marriage rate and divorce rate in the country. I have a buddy that did that. It was a match made in heaven. He was doing some heavy drinking. He met a girl that he had actually paid money to earlier in the day to shoot her with a paintball gun. The marriage lasted 2 months. Hey, at least those kids tried to work it out. I actually would have loved to seen them really put an effort into it, like go to marriage counseling or something like that. I would have loved to hear what went on in those marriage counseling sessions. That would have been terrific. And number 1, Area 51. Okay, so Area 51 isn't in Vegas, but most of the workers, I guess, are. The U.S. Air Force operates a small airline out of Las Vegas Airport that has daily shuttles for workers to and from Area 51. They look like normal commercial planes leaving the airport. When you look closer, you see they have no ID numbers on them, and they have no logo like, let's say, JetBlue or United, something like that. They just look like normal commercial planes leaving. It's just strange. They even have their own private terminal that all the, workers go to. I guess you can't be intermingling those people with the general population, I guess. Now, recently the internet and anyone with a pulse has seen all this stuff about people storming Area 51. That see them aliens thing that's been all over Facebook. Being so close to Las Vegas, I'm sure there will be some strange things to add if we do this list again. There's probably enough material for 5 more lists about Strange Vegas I could do right now. I'm in the middle on this one. I don't know what they have going on in Area 51, and I'm not sure I really care. I do think it's got the potential to be really bad, but I'm not sure for who, the military or the people that want to test them. Anyway, I wake up this morning getting ready to upload this video, and I see that over 1 million people say they're going to essentially flash mob Area 51 sometime in September. I hope they'll be dancing. Those are the best flash mobs. But with over 1 million saying that they're going to go to Area 51 and do this, well, in the world of the internet, that translates to maybe 10,000 people. We'll see. 10,000 people is still a lot of people to be storming Area 51. I don't know if they'll be storming, but I'm sure they're going to go to the fence and be met with resistance and just kind of stand there and essentially protest. I don't think anyone's actually storming Area 51, but we'll see how it all plays out in the, I guess, next month and a half. Alright, so that's my top 10 strange things about Las Vegas, Nevada. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. I hope you like this new series of videos, Strange Things. I think they're pretty fun. I'm having a good time. I'll be making more of them. Don't forget all the links below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. Give the video a big thumbs up. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.